SBC Media Partners presents Shikellamy Braves Football with Kevin Herr and the Chief Dave Ritchie. Shikellamy Braves Football on WKOK Sports.
And welcome to the Shikellamy All Sports Complex here on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Kevin Herr along with the Chief Dave Ritchie as we get ready for the Central Mountain Wildcats coming in at 0-5 on the season, taking on the 3-2 Shikellamy Braves. A week ago the Braves hung with Jersey Shore, but they just couldn't stop the big rushing plays defensively that they needed to do to get a win in Jersey Shore, Chief.
Yeah, Jersey Shore had well over 300 yards from the line of scrimmage, and that was one of the things that kept the Braves from either winning that game or keeping it close, especially in that fourth quarter.
Well, and that's one of the things they're going to have to shore up tonight. This is a team averaging about 150 yards a game on the offensively, both on the ground and in the air. And I know Coach Hoover earlier yesterday at practice said he challenged his guys to keep them under 150. This is a team that's been moving the ball between the 20s and finally got on the board for a touchdown a week ago.
They have played very well in each of the first quarters of the 5 games they've played so far. But then things happen, for example, some mental mistakes, some physical mistakes, but some of the other things that they've had a lot of penalties. So they've taken themselves out of the game and put the other team ahead. So that's something they've probably been working on. But like you and I talked before the game, I think this team from Central Mountain doesn't consider themselves underdogs tonight as they come into the old sports complex here at Shikellamy. They're confident, very confident.
You know, this team resembles Shikellamy a couple of years ago. A lot of sophomores on this team. They're just starting to find their offense, but they haven't been able to put anything together. Last year, Shikellamy was a dangerous team coming up to Central Mountain and Mill Hall and came away with their only win of the year. Central Mountain thinks that this may be their opportunity tonight.
It could be. I would say that our young players might be a little bit different than Central Mountain's young players because most of our kids have 3 years of experience and they're freshman, junior, and now they're freshman, sophomore, and now they're junior year. But you're right. Sometimes youth can be very resilient in a football game, and sometimes if they play hard, they get some breaks. It could be what we consider a trap game for the Braves tonight.
Well, of course, next week, the Rally in the Valley, and we'll have that for you on WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel as well. Shikellamy making their appearance here at the Shikellamy All Sports Complex in their all maroon uniforms, white helmets with Schick on the side. The fireworks going off to our left in the south end zone. Central Mountain in there all white with blue numerals and lettering.
That's pretty
awesome.
And
we welcome those of you listening on News Radio 1070 WKOK, joining the folks here on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. We remind you on the YouTube channel, click subscribe, and then you'll get an alert when we go live for every week coming up here in the rest of the regular season. And it's a way to be able to watch us on your TV at home and listen to us when you're on the move. And, of course, streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College to help you on the iHeartRadio app, the Odyssey app, the SBC app, as well as on your computer and on your Amazon Alexa with the WKOK skill. It's all about how you can reach us and be able to connect with us.
You know, when I first started doing this, which was after you started doing it, you started way ahead of me, I cannot believe how things have changed. The technology is just unbelievable.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
You can be about anywhere and get somebody broadcasting.
And you can watch it just like you can watch an NFL game on Sunday Ticket, but the best part is you don't have to pay the $40, $50, $60 a month for Sunday Ticket.
That's true.
Or for the Shikellamy Ticket, we'll call it. We're getting ready now as the teams have made their appearance. Central Mountain actually made their appearance quite early.
Very quietly.
Yeah, and we'll now get ready for the alma mater and the national anthem here again at the Shikellamy All Sports Complex. A very thin crowd from Central Mountain, as you would expect. The JROTC bringing in the colors here this evening at the Shikellamy All Sports Complex. Braves will be back here next week against Selinsgrove in the Rally in the Valley. An opportunity for the Braves to grab that trophy for, I think, only the second time since they've had that thing.
I'm not sure. But it's been a long time.
Yeah, it hasn't been very many times. I believe it's the Shikellamy Elementary Choir there.
Well, I think it's a lot of students from all the different schools. You remember when Ray Stevens did the song "Everything Is Beautiful" and he had a child choir with him? Very similar to that. The kids did a nice job, backed up by some of the choir members from the high school.
And of course, the cannon here as well to fire off, hopefully a lot of times tonight for the Shikellamy offense as the lights begin to take effect here at Shikellamy All Sports Complex. That'll give us an opportunity to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Shikellamy Braves football. Both teams' captains making their way to the field. They've already had the coin toss. This is the ceremonial version. Not a big fan of it, I'm going to be honest with you. Central Mountain won the toss, and they have elected to receive. So the Braves will get the ball to start the second half, and Central Mountain will be defending the south end zone going to the north as we view things left to right on the screen and on your radio dial as well.
Gee, I didn't know you didn't like that, even though you mentioned it like 12 times before the game. They're just little things that irk you, right?
It's the small things that just annoy me. Yeah.
You know, I always liked when they did the coin toss in front of everybody.
Yes.
Out in the middle of the field.
It's like soccer. How do you add time when you don't have an official clock there stopping? Are you just making up how much time gets added to it?
There's a guy that's a referee.
Then why not stop the clock?
He's probably a math graduate, and he's a good estimator.
I think it's a conspiracy.
Speaking of soccer, our own probably favorite midfielder for the Shikellamy boys soccer team, Ryan DePhillips, will kick off. And Ryan is one tackle away from getting Nick Kuhn's record. All right.
He's not afraid to make the tackle.
No,
He's gotten a couple already this year.
Nick, our kicker 3 years ago, had some really good hits, and he took a Horatius one up at Loyalsock.
Yes, he did.
But the guy went out of bounds.
Heverly to the near side. To the far side is Rohrbaugh. They're going to set up at about their own 5-yard line. On the near hash mark at the 40 is where DePhillips gets ready to put this one into play. It is the second half of the high school football season and getting ready for a big second half run where optimism is turned into expectation here in Sunbury and Northumberland. End over end kick, taking it about the 3-yard line. Coming up is Haverly. He'll come to the 20, kick it outside to the 25, to the 30, and he's hit hard at the 32-yard line. And that's where they will take over at the 32. Amir Anderson Allen on the tackle for the Braves.
That was a straight sideline return. Usually they have a sideline return to your own bench, but they came over here at the Braves bench, and he did get around the corner, but good pursuit from the inside out, and I can't tell you how many guys were there to tackle him. There were quite a few.
There were a lot. Ball in the near hash mark at the 33-yard line. That's where Kyle Everett will set up in the pistol with a running back to his left in McDermott and a step forward. Actually, it's almost a shotgun. In motion now is Masorti. And there's the handoff right up the middle And there is very little room, maybe a yard for McDermott, and he is just harassed there, leading the way, Willie Bender.
And a lot of the Braves got over there. Bender always is there usually for the first hit, but a nice job of the guys inside to neutralize the blocks from Central Mountain's offensive line to give their linebackers an open shot.
Now they'll go with a shotgun split back formation. It's more like they now call it a pistol, but it's really the old shotgun with two backs, and they'll hand it off to the left side back, and looking for running room there is Corman. Corman might have come up with about 4 there. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5, make it 3rd down and 4 from the 40-yard line.
Well, Chase Schwartz is the one that made the initial hit on that. That's the play that Jersey Shore ran so successfully against the Braves, where you come up the middle and cut down one of the seams, and that times the Braves did stop that. But it's a very makeable 3rd down here for Central Mountain.
Everett will be again in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. That's Masorti. And the handoff off the left side, and is nowhere near the first down marker. McDermott stacked up right after he gains about 2 yards. He'll get it to the 42-yard line, and that's as far as it'll go. And it'll be decision time early on in this first drive.
So at the bottom of that pile, we saw number 4, Luke Keeley, and also number 28, Schwartz again. All right, just doing a nice job of stacking them up.
Looks like they may
they're
take a shot at this.
They're going to go for it. They will.
They have a different quarterback in. Yeah, it's Alex Johnson, the freshman right now at quarterback with 12 on the play clock. He'll be the quarterback of record. He'll take the run on the option, and he'll be stacked up and dropped for no gain and a turnover on downs.
Willie Bender again in there, and also looking at Bryce Broomball down underneath. And so many guys, once they get stood up, they just come in. It's a lot of gang tackling. So good defensive start for Shikellamy.
Braves with a tilted field now inside Central Mountain territory at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Will the Braves take a shot with one-on-one coverage? It'll be Caleb Stitzer, a 6'1", 150 junior with an interception this year that will have the outside coverage, and the inside coverage will be Serafini.
Or do we try to establish a running game, Kevin?
Well, that's a possibility. There is one back, 3 receivers of the far side. There's the give right side. Big hole off the right side for Tristan Smith. Smith has the first down. He's down to the 25.
You got to give the guys on that side over there, Willie Bender at tackle, Everett Purdy at guard, doing a nice job of cleaning things up. And that's one of the first times that a Braves back has gotten to the line of scrimmage and gotten through there clean.
1st and 10 at the Central Mountain 25-yard line. 9:41 to go here in the first quarter of play, and Shikellamy on their opening drive after a turnover on downs. Kiefer will be the back to the right side. There'll be 3 receivers to the near side this time as Raybuck calls for the ball. He'll hand it off. Kiefer finds a hole up the middle, drags tacklers to the 21-yard line. They'll spot him actually at the 22 for a gain of 3.
That's what I like about these runners for the Braves. You know, it's not a lot of east and west. Once Smith saw the fact that he had to turn upfield, he did.
And you're right, I was going to correct that. That was Smith on the carry. My apologies.
Kiefer's in the game now.
Kiefer is in now. He'll have the lime-colored shoes.
What if we're watching in black and white at home?
Then you need a new TV.
Is there any black and white TVs anymore?
Then you've got a problem with your TV.
Exactly.
It's more like it. Brody with 3 receivers to the far side on this 2nd down and 6. He's got to pitch it right side. Looking for room is Kiefer. Kiefer ducks it up the hole into the middle of the line and will come up with about 4 yards, 1 yard short of the first down at the spot at the 16-yard line.
A little bit of John going on down there. Let's hope that the Braves can keep their cool, keep their head, and we got 3rd and about a yard.
Big 3rd down in the red zone for Shikellamy.
Is it the time for the train?
I don't think so yet. I think the Raybuck train might have to be in the station for a little bit longer. He's all by himself in the backfield, though. Looking to the near side, flag flies. He fires it incomplete. But I think this one was going to come back no matter what happened.
Either an illegal formation or there was motion. So that's going to set him back 5 yards.
And it is a procedure penalty against the Braves. Well, do they decline it, though? Do they decline it this time? And let it be fourth down
in the yard. Kevin, I really thought you weren't wrong with not going with Brody on that. I thought they would, but you were absolutely right.
And they do take the penalty.
So now they still have 2 downs to make about 7 yards.
Yeah, so this is definitely, well, and you really can't say it's 4 down territory because DePhillips does have a 26-yard field goal. If they can get it a little inside the 20, he'll have an opportunity. Pistol formation now, 3rd down and 7. Brody with a 3-step drop, comes to the near side, got Thomas at the 10, inside to the 5, to the 2, touchdown, Shikellamy!
What a nice route. He was wide open. Brody got him. The ball was a bullet, and he did that little inside-outside move, and he left the defender. He actually fell down. The defender fell down trying to stay with him. So the Raybuck to Pollock Express scores again.
T-5 on the touchdown countdown.
And give credit to those guys up front, Karj, Kashuba, and also I had them all written down here. Gadiel, all right, Jake Ruzinski, Drew Bingaman, Everett Purdy, and Willie Bender. Gave him time to throw the ball.
Here's the extra point by DePhillips. It is high enough, long enough, and it is accurate as well. 8:01 to go in the first quarter. First drive. It's a 4-and-out turnover on downs, and the Braves march it 43 yards for the score, and a 16-yard touchdown for Thomas Pollock. Makes it 7-0 Shikellamy. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
Whether tailgating at the stadium before the game or watching from the comfort of your own home, Wise Markets has you covered. Wise Markets, the official grocer of Penn State football.
Here we go. It'll be all right. DePhillips is holding it up for me. Back at the Shikellamy All Sports Complex, 8:01 to go first quarter. Braves finishing off a 43-yard drive with a 16-yard touchdown for Thomas Pollock.
The smoke from the cannon is coming into the field right now, Kevin.
That is correct. End-over-end kick
Nice
taken
kick.
at the 2-yard line and brought back again by Haverly again. He's going to come to the near side, then go to the far side. He's going to cut the corner to the 20, 25 to the 30, to the 35, and run out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. They'll spot him right at the 35, actually.
Well, I thought Elias Rojas had him right down there, stopped at about the 10, 15-yard line. Good move by I forget who ran the ball there, Kevin.
It is Heverly.
Heverly, nice job, and he used his speed to get around the end. So got himself a pretty good field position to start out here at their own 35-yard line.
Caleb Long, our producer, and working the WKOK.com scoreboard. Check it out at WKOK.com. He'll update scores throughout the evening for us. And it'll be Michael Mull on our camera tonight on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and doing a great job directing, as always, Ryan McDonald. Adding a few more tricks, he says, to it.
They just got a guy came right off the field, I don't think that's legal what they just did.
It was close, and there's the run off the left side by Everett, the quarterback, and it wasn't there. By the way, it's I'm sorry, it's Matthew Mull.
Yeah. I bet Matt is happy about that. Brody,
I owe you one, Matt.
Brody Raybuck, once everybody was stood up, he kind of just pushed right through and put him back about 2 or 3 yards.
They're going to give him forward progress to the 35-yard line, so it's no gain. 2nd down for Everett. Everett in the shotgun, puts a foot down, sends a man in motion. He's going to be the lead blocker, and that one is strung out. McDermott goes absolutely nowhere. No gain, maybe a half a yard if you give him the nose of the football. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Big number 56, Avery Karj, coming from his inside position to make the tackle. Of course, Bender got there along with Corbin Stahl. So a lot of Braves around the football.
Clock continuing to wind, under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Shikellamy up 7-0. Looking at another 3rd down for Central Mountain with a sidecar to the left. They'll bunch the receivers, send Rohrbaugh in motion to the far side. Back to pass Everett. fires it. Wobbler. It is in Everett's hands and right out. I'll tell you what, Everett made it look like he was going to run an out pattern. Hoover jumped it and then ran almost right by Hoover to be able to pick that one up and take it a long way. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, Maddox, I thought he probably thought he could get that, but that was way above his head. And luckily, I don't think he would have got all the way because both Pollock and Stahl were over there, but that's almost a great completion.
Speaking of Pollock and Stahl, they're back deep for this punt. Here comes the punt from about the 20, and it is a short one. Hits at about the 50, takes a Shikellamy bounce to the 45-yard line and runs out of bounds.
Willie Bender.
But the punt by Pardo ends up going for about 15 yards.
That Willie didn't even see that ball hit. Thank goodness it went back towards their goal line. So anyway, the Braves with good field position. I think we should give Caleb call him an engineer, not a producer. That's a much better title.
No, I think producer is better.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I can go with that.
I mean, you're producing the whole broadcast.
All right, you're
You're
right.
not engineering
Listen,
the audio.
You've been around the business a lot longer than I have, so you know what you're talking about. Keeley back in.
There's not really that much difference.
Well, you're right. Keeley back in at offensive back right now. Braves,
He'll be the running back with Raybuck at the 50-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side on the far hash mark. They'll pitch it. And this one is not going to go very far at all with Kiefer. Kiefer gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be just about all he will see, as coming up to make the play is going to be number 65. That's going to be Evan Batterson.
That quick pitch wasn't a quick pitch. It developed very slowly.
It was a deliberate pitch.
Yeah.
Second down, and he might have actually lost a yard on that. They'll spawn him back to the 46-yard line. Pollock to the near side. See if they bring some help over there. Nope, it's man-to-man coverage there. See if they bring the corner from the inside. Nope, they're going to go back into a run blitz, and boy, that one was on the ground for a little bit, and hopping on it at the last second was Keeley. So the fumble will actually create about a 3-yard or about a 2-yard gain to the 44-yard line.
Well,
Third
Kevin,
down and
that
8.
was 2 backs that went through the hole. The first back was supposed to block. That was the fake, and I don't think the mesh point kind of exploded, and the ball went with the runner, but the runner didn't have a hold of it. And luckily, Luke fell on it, when he saw it right away.
5:10 to go, first quarter. Shikellamy leading at 7-0, and their second drive of the ball game. Pollock will go to the far side. Joining him over there will be Felmy. 2 receivers to the near side. That's Walter and Stahl. Here's the direct snap in the shotgun. Raybuck looking to the far side, finds Thomas on the cut, and he makes the catch right at the first down marker. A sliding grab and got the arms underneath. He might be about a foot short, if that.
Kevin, that was so low to the ground, all the little particles flew up, all right, when he hit the ground from
ground
the
tires.
Turf. Yeah, wow. That ball was a little underthrown, but it still got there. That's a long way for Brody to throw that. It's almost like 30, 40 yards.
It'll be 4th down and 1, and this is going to be time for the Brody train. Here comes the Raybuck train. It's in the station, loads up, and it moves forward just enough for the first down. Now remember, in high school, you cannot push the runner, and you cannot aid the runner. Shikellamy got called on that 3 times against Williamsport.
By the same official.
Also correct.
Who has been left near and dear in the hearts of all Shikellamy fans.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line as this drive continues for the Shikellamy Braves. They will look over their wristbands a little bit and get ready for this first down play.
10 seconds.
Yeah, they're running out of time on the play clock. It's down to 7. They're going to have to snap it with 4. Brody looking with 2, gets it away. Back to pass, rolling to the near side, looking long downfield, lobs one up, has a man, incomplete. He had a step on the receiver, and that was Charlie Walter, and it was just thrown about a yard too far in front.
They had 2 receivers basically in the same spot. I don't know if that was planned that way, but usually when that happens, that draws a lot of defenders. But Charlie did have a step on him, and probably the ball was a little overthrown, but not. If he probably could have got it.
I think you're right. I think somebody ran the wrong route. Both of them were running like fly patterns. I think somebody was supposed to run a post.
We kind of got away from running the ball up the belly, didn't we?
Well, they've had some success running the ball. They're going to go right back to it. And the breaking a tackle coming to the outside now is Kiefer. Kiefer made something out of nothing. Flag flies, though, back at the 42-yard line. And this one will be likely in the vicinity, likely a hold. Oh, no, it's a face mask against Central Mountain. I did not see that.
See, they're the things that Central Mountain had difficulty with. They played great defense, but they had a lot of penalties, and there were several face masks in the game I watched when they played Selinsgrove.
Today's game on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, sponsored in part by Nottingham Village, Members First Federal Credit Union, and Paul Q. Ross Construction.
It's only a 5-yarder, though.
That is
Kevin,
correct. It was not a personal
right
foul.
Call.
Yep, it was not a personal foul version. It was grasping. Second and 1 after 9 yards on the first 2 plays. And that one an easy first down right up the middle. No, it's going to be Raybuck running the left side. Raybuck to the 20, dragging tacklers down to the 17. What a great fake by Raybuck. I never even saw him hide that ball. I thought Kiefer had it the entire time.
You know, he got to the goal line. I'm glad you didn't say touchdown.
It was close, and I thought, boy, he's not running as hard as I expected.
Yeah.
But it will be good enough for a first down. And with 3:22 to go in the first quarter, Shikellamy looking to extend the lead from 7-0.
Perhaps Brody should have handed that off, because that's a good fake, but nobody was near Smith when he went through the hole.
Well, again, he did a nice job of hiding the ball on his side. Raybuck now with the direct snap in the shotgun. Looks to the right side, far side. Hit from behind, the ball is loose. Central Mountain is on it. And hopping on that one on the big hit is Evan Batterson, and that one is going to put Shikellamy at even money on the turnover ratio.
Yeah, and you know what, Kevin, again, trying to get the quick score, and this time Central Mountain brought Batterson from the outside, and nobody picked him up. Well, there's nobody back to the block. All the backs are gone.
And that's the blind side.
And that's right. That was the blind side, and he took a good pop.
So the first mistake of the game. And technically the turnover on downs does go in the books as a turnover, so the Braves are still +1 now. That's where they started the game, was +1. Everett is the quarterback, sends a man in motion to the near side. That's Serafini, and now a flag flies from the near side, as I believe somebody may have lined up offside, or maybe they just didn't have everything spotted correctly. I think they're discussing the spot of the football, which right now is the 29-yard line. And
we'll never know, Kevin.
They'll put it right back on the 25-yard line.
We'll never know. It'll be a mystery.
The world may never know. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?
That's an old one.
The world may never know. Everett is the quarterback. He'll send a man in motion again. It's going to be Serafini. Everett back to pass with a 3-step drop. Looking long downfield, has a man incomplete. Good no call there as the defender hit Heverly, and that defender was Corbin Stahl that particular moment.
No, that's Maddox Hoover.
Was that 10?
It's number 21, Maddox Hoover. Maddox Hoover is on that side. And
I'm thinking Felmy, sorry.
Yes,
it is Maddox, I'm sorry.
Last week, Jersey Shore picked a lot on Maddox Hoover on that side. They put a guy out there one-on-one with him.
Yeah, I completely lost him, and I thought that was Stahl by the height there, but I didn't get a chance to look at it close enough.
Maddox is like 6'2", Kev.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it was good at judging height.
Okay.
There's a run off the left side. McDermott will run it for a gain of a couple to bring up third down and about 7 or 8.
Again, a nice job on the right side of Shikellamy defense. They stopped a lot of linemen from getting out, and good pursuit from the inside, and a lot of people out there to help make the tackle.
It's only about 2 inches difference between the two.
Let it go, will you?
Everett sends a man in motion. It's Masorni. And it is going to be a handoff up the middle, making a couple of men miss and getting close to the first down marker. A nice run by number 19, Cole Corman, the junior, who's only averaging 4 yards a carry, and they'll bring up fourth down and about a half a yard.
I'm sure they'll go for it here, Kevin.
If they went to it on 4th and 1 from about the same spot, I would imagine they'll do it again. Minute 8:53 left in this first quarter. Shikellamy leading at 7-0, but turned the ball over a few moments ago. I think they might have just changed their mind, Chief.
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to go for it.
Or they're bringing in Johnson, the running quarterback.
Yeah.
now.
Well, hey, listen. Why not? All right. Why not try it?
Well, he's going to not be under center. He's going to be in the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off, and he goes nowhere. Brody Raybuck blew that one up in the backfield, and there was no opportunity, and there's a late flag. No opportunity for Corman to find running room. That'll be a dead ball foul, whatever it is. I saw an earpiece, I think, go up in the air, too.
Bryce Broomball was in on that tackle, too. This is if it's against the Braves, this is a killer.
Well, it would be a post-play foul, so they would get the turnover on downs, but it would also march it back 15 yards. So the officials are just discussing it to make sure they get everything squared away.
There's been a lot of what I would call extracurricular activity sometimes after the whistle. And who knows which side instigated it, Kevin.
All right, here comes the referee. He'll say a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Shikellamy. So the Braves, instead of having the ball at the 38-yard line after a turnover on downs, they will march that one back 15 yards to about the 47-yard line of Shikellamy, and Coach Hoover getting the description of what happened from our referee.
Well, Kevin, I say this all the time. It's always the second guy that gets caught.
That's true.
I'll just leave it go at that.
Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Countryside Landscape Service, Shikellamy Football and Cheer Boosters, and Ad One Advertising Specialties.
It will be Braves ball.
Yes, they'll just have to march this one off. And it does appear that there was a player ejected. I did not see the
right here.
I did not see the thumb go up.
20.
Not exactly sure, and I don't want to guess at who that was because they have not officially told us, but we're going to hold off on that just out of courtesy. So once they get this marched off, now the Braves will have the ball at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, that player will not be able to participate in the second half and the first half of the next game.
That is also correct, yes.
And that's a Selinsgrove game.
And I believe they're allowed to be on the sideline now, but I'm not sure about that anymore.
Like I said, Kevin, sometimes it's the second guy that gets the bad rap.
Well, Raybuck now will have it all set up for him with a three receiver set to the near side. Pollock has the pitch as he comes in motion. He's going to try and turn the corner. Gets to the 50 and is hog-tied at the 49-yard
there we
line.
Go. There's
a
late
late flag for a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, number 32 for Central Mountain came in and popped him when he was on the ground. That's why I'm saying the second guy always gets caught. I'll just again leave it.
Probably accurate. So the ball at the 4-yard gain will be a dead ball foul, personal foul against Central Mountain that will march it off 15 yards.
Thomas with a nice job, Kevin, of turning upfield there. He didn't try to keep going east and west. He just turned it up and picked up 4 or 5 yards.
So that 15-yard penalty will nullify the 15-yard penalty from earlier, and the Braves will have the ball at the 34-yard line going in now with 1:18 to go here in this first quarter. Shikellamy leading at 7-0. They're going to wind the clock. So 2 receivers go to the far side of the field, 3 receivers to the near side. Felmy in the slot along with Charlie Walter, the tight end. Pollock goes to the upper side, the far side. He's going to come in motion again. They handed it off to him earlier. He's going to come to the backfield. They're going to fake the option. It'll be Brody up the middle. Brody to the inside to the 30. Brody down to the 25 to the 20. Pulls his way ahead to the 15-yard line. Wow, that was the locomotive, and another late flag coming.
It's against Shikellamy.
That's about a 19-yard run, and this one appears to be on Shikellamy for some extracurricular activity after the play.
So that's going to negate the
Well, the play will happen because I
Yeah.
think it's a dead ball foul.
But it's going to negate the gain.
It is a dead ball foul, personal foul against Shikellamy. And now we're going to have an official timeout. We're going to take a timeout with him. 52 seconds left here in this first quarter. We'll get all this stuff ironed out for you. It is 7-0 Shikellamy on News Radio 1070 WKOK. Streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
Looking for something more than just a Sunday routine? At Christ Wesleyan, we're more than a church. We're a family, a place to grow in faith, connect and serve with others. We make a real difference in the world around you. From powerful worship and biblical teaching to small groups, kids and youth, there's something here for every generation. Join us this Sunday in Milton at 9 or 10:45 a.m. or in Sunbury at 10:15 a.m. You can also find us online at cwc.life. Christ Wesleyan, it's where the light is shared with everyone, no matter who you are.
Welcome back on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and on News Radio 1070 WKOK. I think the officials now, this game has gotten a little bit chippy. We've had 3 15-yard penalties within the last 2 minutes of play, and I think the officials have now gone to both coaches and basically said, settle everybody down.
That's
So
a good job by the officials.
Yeah, before it gets out of hand.
Now, whether it works or not, we'll have to wait and see.
That's another whole story.
That was an interesting play.
Yeah.
Fake the quick pitch to Pollock and go up the right side.
So that 15-yard penalty will march it back to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that spot. What's interesting here is we've already had one player ejected, but I just wonder how many more may be coming if things don't settle down. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Raybuck, he'll hand it off. Right side, Smith. Smith tries to get to the outside, almost tripped up, bounced out of bounds at the 20, but not before he picks up 11 and a first down.
He's fun to watch, Kevin. He's another one of those players that is constantly going forward, and he's able to avoid tackles, gets his feet back, but that strength he has in that 145-pound frame is amazing.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Back in the red zone again with 42 ticks to go here in the first quarter as the sun sets and an orange hint into the sky and another timeout. Hey, you get a nice look at it. It looks kind of red there, but it's more orange than red on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
Pumpkin orange.
It is a little pumpkin orange. That's a good point.
You know, Kevin, I got to see something this summer that I never saw before. A sunset over the ocean.
I have not. Yes, you were out on the left
San
coast.
Diego,
Yeah, you did send me that picture. That was really nice. I did enjoy that. We welcome you into the WKOK YouTube channel broadcast booth. Kevin Herr along with the Chief, Dave Ritchie. Matthew Mullen is going to be our camera operator here tonight, and Ryan McDonald doing the job on directing here for us and giving us all these great views. I'm going to put him on the spot because he did tell me that he was 99% sure we had a replay. Now, that's 1% that it couldn't be. I was 1% off.
1st and 10.
I said, he's 99% sure. I said, I'm 1% sure I'm going to mess something up. And I did. No, I was 99% sure I was going to mess something up. I was 1% sure I was going to do it right. Back to pass is Raybuck. Raybuck looking, firing it, and too low for Pollock. I don't think that one was going to be able to be dug up off the turf at the 5-yard line.
I would really like to see the Braves get another cross the goal line situation. I'd like to see them get another touchdown.
Into the maroon paint?
Before this quarter is over. And again, 1st and 10, we threw the ball.
Shikellamy Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel tonight, brought to you in part by J.J. Powell, March Gap View Hunting Preserve, E.H. Kleckner, and W&L Mazda, Nissan, and Subaru. Those are the folks that make it possible for us to be here with you tonight and for Ryan to bring all his toys out. 3 receivers to the far side. Here's the handoff to Keeley, looking for the corner. Got to the edge to the 20, leans ahead, just short of the 15 to the 16-yard line, a gain of 4. And that will likely do it for this first quarter of play. Did you just give me a mayfly?
That's a pale morning done. In the evening, we call it the pale evening done.
Looks like a mayfly to me.
Yeah, well, it is a mayfly. It's just a variety.
But it's not May. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's late September.
It's a September fly.
Oh, okay. 3rd down and about 6. And they'll get one more play off. Raybuck back to pass, looking to the near side, fires it to the corner of the end zone, just outstretched his intended receiver into the back corner of the end zone. It will fall incomplete. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. Braves will look up at a 4th down and 6 from the 16 when we return. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
We're not just playing a game, we're here to dominate it. Here's the WNL Nissan starting lineup. The Nissan Rogue, quick, agile, and our MVP. The Powerhouse SUV with 3 rows. The Pathfinder that keeps the chains moving. And the Star, Nissan Murano that commands attention. These 3 starters offer 0% financing for 60 months. And anchoring the squad, the Frontier. Tough enough to take hits with rates as low as 1.9% and $3,500 off. Score your new Nissan at WNL in Shamokin Dam and online at WNLNissan.com.
Today, everything from work to play and everywhere in between needs energy. And E.H. Kleckner in Montandon has just the thing, Form Energy. It's the better choice for sustained energy and focus to go the extra mile. Choose your favorites from 4 highly tested flavors, including Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Orange Fury, and Blue Blitz. Form Energy offers mental focus and hydration so you can unlock your full potential with 200 milligrams of caffeine and 0 sugar. Get Form Energy today at your favorite retail account.
22-yard field goal attempt from the near hash mark is being attempted by DePhillips now. DePhillips 1 for 2 with a long of 26.
It's going to be 32, Kev. We got.
You're right. That is 32. I apologize. Yeah. It will be a career high 32-yarder here on the hold from Stahl. He had 1 extra point block this year. Here comes the snap. Good. Sets down. The kick is up. High enough. It is drifting across the crossbar, but short. It didn't quite make the crossbar, and it goes no good. So Central Mountain will take over with a 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Again, the Central Mountain defense has been bending, but it hasn't broken since the first touchdown by Shikellamy.
I am going to tell you, pay attention to what I just said.
All right.
Because in a few minutes, it's going to make a difference for you.
Okay.
You talk about not planning this out.
All right.
But we'll get to that in just a minute.
I have no idea where you're going with that.
You will.
Okay.
You will.
It's the Alfred Hitchcock Mystery Theater.
Theater. 1st and 10 at the 20. 1 man in motion to the near side. That racing over there is Masorti. The handoff's going to be to the right, and that was not much running room for McDermott there. He will get actually a loss to the 19-yard line. Was that Raybuck there that jumped on his back?
Bender and Raybuck both in the right side of the defensive line.
The 2nd down and 11 from the Central Mountain 19-yard line after the loss of 1. Send 1 receiver, Rohrbaugh, to the near side. Pollock has coverage on him. And they'll go with a double tight end set. 1 man in motion. Back to pass. They'll swing it out to that man in motion, and that one right through the hands of Masorti. I don't think he wanted to catch that one because he saw the hit coming.
He looked like I bet if we were down there, Kevin, his eyes would be as big as saucers.
He saw Keeley come up, and it looked like he almost slapped that ball to the ground.
And there, again, there were some after the play
extracurriculars.
Yeah.
3rd down and 11 at the 19-yard line. 7-0, Shikellamy leading it here in this 2nd quarter with 11:13 to go. And Central Mountain's 3rd drive, and I think they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. Central Mountain calls the timeout with 11:13 to go here in the half. It is Shikellamy 7, Central Mountain nothing. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
J.J. Powell's Easy Pay makes heating your home simple. Capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery mean you can rest easy knowing you're covered. And here's the best part. Enroll in Easy Pay. Visit jjpowell.com/easypay or call 800-432-0866 to join. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
And welcome back to the Shikellamy All Sports Complex after the Central Mountain timeout. They'll have 2 remaining, 3rd down and 11. Low snap taken by Everett. He's going to lob a wobbler up. It is intercepted by Corbin Stahl at the 43-yard line. Stahl picks up his 2nd pick of the season.
Well, he played center field as good as you could. The receiver was well defended on the outside. I don't, was it Pollock was there? I'm not sure which one of the corners it was.
Both.
But then
him and Pollock.
Corbin came over and got himself up in the air and picked that one off. Good field position for the Braves, a short porch, but we've been here before.
I was going to say, they've had 3 of these. They have not had the ball outside the 50-yard line to start a series.
We've been here before. Hey, I just texted my friend Dave Affelbaum in Florida. He says, we sound really good tonight. My voice is coming through for once.
Oh, good.
Right?
Good.
It was the headphone adjustment.
It's all in the placement of the microphone.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 43. They'll send a man in motion. That's Felmy to the far side. And the handoff goes to Smith. Smith off the right side, tripped up, but still on his feet. Bear crawls his way down to the 43, make that the 37-yard line, a gain of 6 and 2nd down.
Again, a nice job on the right side. I'm looking at Purdy and I'm looking at Bender, and they just did a nice job of cleaning it out so that Smith had a lane to go up through there. Now they're looking at one of the officials. I was looking at some gear.
I was going to say somebody's going to. It's got McDermott, who wears the neck roll.
But they were looking at
but he was looking at his wrist.
The wrist with the plays marked on there.
It might have been loose or unwrapped or something. I don't know.
Well, we're back to football.
2nd down and about 4 at the 38-yard line of Central Mountain. Raybuck in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the near side, moving left to right here in the 2nd quarter. Here's the handoff. Nope, Raybuck keeps it himself. Kicks it to the outside of the 25 to the 30. And they're down to the 20-yard line on a horse collar, but they're not going to call it.
Oh, my gosh.
That actually was a horse collar compared to last week.
And how ironic was that? Brody got called for that up at Jersey Shore, and he had to hold the jersey. He just got a horse collared and nobody threw it.
Yeah, Coach Hoover is a little bit nuts on the sideline, and the referee said that's the official's call down there. He had to look at it.
Wow.
Yeah, that sure looked like a horse collar from this end. It looked more like a horse collar this time than what we saw up at Jersey Shore.
Well, the Braves need to put this game away.
Yep.
And
get out of it.
They need to put this game away and get out of it.
And get out of the game and get out of here. Yep. There's the handoff to Keeley, right up the middle, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Shikellamy!
Good for you, Luke Keeley.
Luke Keeley with his first touchdown run of the season and his longest of the season, a 20-yarder for 6.
And again, that was on the right side. You got to. I'm looking at the guys over there. We got to start with Drew Bingham at center, Purdy at guard, and Bender at that tackle position, and he got up in there and there was nobody around. He sidestepped the linebacker, beat the backs into the end zone. Great job.
Extra point pending for DePhillips, who came up a little bit short on a 32-yarder, which would have been a career long a few moments ago.
All he has to do is make one of those, Kevin.
Yeah.
And it'd be in his head he can do it.
Snaps low, sets down, the kick is up. That one would have been good from 40.
Exactly.
Where he drilled that extra point. Wow. 10:05 to go here in the first half of play. Shikellamy leading Central Mountain 14-0. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
I'm Kyle Mertz, 5th generation of the Mertz family owning and operating Sunbury Motors. Let's see what Sunbury Motors has to offer.
Get 0% APR for up to 60 months plus a $2,500 SMC discount on a 25 Santa Fe. Or choose a 25 Palisade with the same 0% APR and $2,500 discount. Enjoy a $1,500 discount plus 3.99% APR for 72 months on a 25 Tucson.
Come visit us at the North 4th Street Auto Plaza and be treated to a buying experience like you've never had before.
Baby Dave.
At the bottom said they had no idea what it was.
Welcome back to the Shikellamy All Sports Complex. Oh, I'm so glad that the booth camera was not on during that break.
There is nobody happier than Luke Keeley right now, Kevin. And
Absolutely.
That was a great run, too. Great run by Luke.
Chiefs a little bit punchy tonight, folks, so watch out. Here comes DePhillips with the end-over-end kick. And it will be taken at about the 10-yard line on a hop to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. And he is ripped down at the 32-yard line. That return in the hands of Heberly.
I think that was number 20 on the tackle, if I'm not mistaken.
I honestly didn't get a good look.
Yeah, I think it was. That would be Carter Long. Again, a nice wrestling move to put him down on the turf.
That's for sure.
Boy, you see that more and more, especially on the kickoffs.
Well, it's because half these guys on the line are and the linebacker are wrestlers.
Yeah, that's true.
These are two really good wrestling schools, too. So 14-0, the lead for Shikellamy. Everett will get the ball. He'll hand it off, and there is absolutely nothing there. Nothing.
Again, it's really good to see the big guy in there, Harrison Heckert. He takes up a lot of space, and I'm looking over on the other side. In fact, that entire front did a good job. I see Purdy's in there right now. Also, 54 is playing one of the spots. That's Jackson Kashuba. All those guys just neutralizing the blocks of Central Mount's offensive line.
McDermott has had very little running room, and he's going to get strung out this time. And they're going to meet him at the 31-yard line. He's going to lean ahead to the 34-yard line and pick up a 4-yard gain, but he'll still bring up 3rd down and 8.
Two of the leading tacklers brought him down that time, Willie Bender and Corbin Stahl.
3rd down and 8 from the Central Mountain 34-yard line.
As the smoke from the cannon drifts over our heads.
Smoke from a distant cannon. Now they're really changing a lot of players around.
They're still yelling about the horse collar up here in the stands.
Well, there's 4 seconds left in the play clock. 2, they get it away. Rolling out is Everett to the far side. He's under pressure. He's in trouble. Down he goes. Kashuba picks up his 2nd sack of the season, and a loss of 2 on the play will bring up 4th down and 10.
That'll get you fired up. Again, we don't talk about those guys down there, but Jackson Kashuba with a nice job of neutralizing a block and getting off of it and making the sack.
Down he goes as a Steve Jones sack. You'll be able to hear Steve Jones tomorrow night at the Whiteout game. Turn the sound down on the TV and put Eagle 107 Stream on your Amazon Alexa and match it up with your DVR, and you can get the best of both worlds. Steve and Jack and watching the game. That's what I'll be doing later. Here comes the end-over-end punt, and it hits at about the 45, takes a hop to the 38-yard line, loose ball to the 39, and Central Mountain will get on it there.
Once they touch the ball, the defense after they kick, and I saw Thomas Pollock thinking about picking that up because
it's a free ball.
Yeah, because even if he loses it, it still comes back to that spot. Yeah.
All right, here you go. It's time for Rules of the Game, presented by Weiss Benner and Rice LLC.
Again, I had a restless night last night sleeping.
Preparing.
All
right, well, this is going to be easy.
All right.
Kicker misses the field goal attempt from the opponent's 32-yard line. The ball lands in the end zone. Where does the opposing team take over? We'll have that coming up for you in just a moment.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks
for taking these.
I told you pay attention. You'll get this one.
All right.
Ironically, it just happened almost exactly that way.
You're right.
Couldn't have planned it that way. Here's the handoff up the middle. Running room there. Was that
34,
Campbell that time?
I think it's
Yeah, it was Campbell, the freshman.
Number 24.
That's his first official carry of the season. He did have a catch for 20 yards and a touchdown.
My God, he's standing next to Brody out there.
Yeah.
He looks like I didn't realize.
He looks about 5'7".
He looks
and
like
about 120 pounds.
He looks like a freshman. All right, but we had a great gain there, almost 5 yards.
Yeah. He actually checks in. Actually, I don't have his numbers, to be honest with you. To look for that. And now moving to the far side of the field is Felmy. Felmy will get the give. He'll try to get to the edge. He got the edge. Now he cuts it inside. Makes a great move to the outside to the 50. Leans ahead to the 45-yard line. Oh, that was a nice run of 17.
He made a couple of moves there. Thomas Pollock moves, all right. I mean, you get the hips going one way and come back the other way. And great job once he got outside there. He turned it up.
A ball in Central Mountain territory. By the way, this drive started as the longest, deepest drive for the Braves tonight. First time they've been on their own side of the field to start a drive. Now they're going to move Campbell to the right side of Raybuck in the pistol. 3 receivers near side moving left to right. They'll pitch it to Campbell. Campbell tries to get to the outside of the 40. He does so. Drags a tackler for a 9-yard gain. He may be little, but he's mighty. They're going to spot him just short
But he's getting
of the 37-yard line.
He's getting some good blocking up front there. You know, all the way from we start at one end with Jake Rosinski all the way over to Willie Bender, and everybody in between, Valderrama, Bingaman, and Purdy.
Got a good look at him coming to the sideline there on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel broadcast.
You're right. We don't know how big he is. It just says he's a running back and,
right.
and a defensive back.
They're trying to hide his height. Raybuck with 2 running backs now on this 2nd down and a long 2. There's the direct snap and the give to Smith. Smith will easily have the first down. Even though he got pushed back, it'll be a gain of 4 to the 33-yard line.
Good surge.
Shikellamy has just dominated the time of possession in this game, and this is a very quickly moving first half with 5:48 remaining in the half.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, what I like about this is that's like 4 running plays in a row, and they've all been positive yards. And not just 1 or 2 yards.
And they're not all up the middle. Some are on the edge.
Yep.
Ball at the 33-yard line of Central Mountain. Lone back is Smith behind Raybuck. He'll take the snap, play fake, rolling out. Has a man open in Keeley. He wants to go deeper. He makes a man miss. Now he's back all the way to the 50-yard line. There's a bad block. There's a fire down the field. There's a great catch that's going to all be for naught. Wow, what a great effort all the way around.
Brady Kurtz with the catch.
Yep, Kurtz made the grab, and then a Central Mountain player is down at the 50-yard line. That is going to be
it's going to be
either a crackback or an illegal block in the back.
A block below the knees or whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be a blindside block is what they're calling it.
And, you know, Kevin, when that happens, not that I wanted Brody to get sacked back there at the 50, but when you get away like that and you got your linemen out front, they don't have a very good angle in the guys that are coming.
It's tough to tell.
Yeah,
it's tough to tell what's happening.
They throw themselves at it. I've been guilty of it a long time ago, but you know, it's just one of those things that happens.
Well, getting back to our rules of the game, presented by Wiest Benner and Rice LLC. Kicker misses the field goal attempt from the opponent's 32. The ball lands in the end zone. Where does the opposing team take over?
Unlike the pros, it's the 20-yard line.
That is correct. It just literally happened that way a few moments ago. When you need help with the rules of law, contact Wiest Benner and Rice. They'll guide you through personal injury, accident and injury, divorce, family and estate law, civil and human rights, and criminal law. Call 570-286-4022 and let Wiest Benner and Rice help you avoid penalties.
You know, that and $1, what I get for that plus $1.89 will get me a package of Twinkies or.
That's a cheap $1.89.
Yeah, it is.
At the fair, it'll cost you $3 to get it deep fried.
Look at this. This is like 1st and 25.
It is a big 15-yard penalty that will make it 1st and yikes. 1st and actually 30. Raybuck sends Felmy in motion. They play fake to Felmy. Back to pass Brody. Has plenty of time. He's going to lob one up. He's got Felmy. Felmy on the wheel route. Got it. Inside the 20 for the first down and more.
Kevin, I love that play. Felmy waited before he went up the sidelines on that play, and Brody just left him go and laid it out there. But the other thing was the offensive line kept everybody off of Brody, and the play could develop. Nice catch by the freshman.
31 on the catch for Felmy.
You know, he's going to be like 80 years old, and we're still going to call him Bobby Felmy. You know that.
Well, unfortunately, it's probably
I don't think that's so
it's probably the case, yeah. Backs are split now behind Brody Raybuck. Raybuck looking to put more points on the board now. Already leading 14-0. Nobody to fake it to, so I'm going to run it himself. That was a broken play.
Yeah.
He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That
was a little bit of a late hit there after the whistle that they were kind of generous on.
I get frustrated.
It's a bit chippy. Bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 21-yard line. We have not even had an opportunity to give you an update on the WKOK.com scoreboard. So we'll try and do that here in just a few minutes.
I also got beginning of the game, before the game, I got a Let's Go Braves from Dave Bish down there in North Carolina.
I say, isn't it Bish?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
I thought maybe I was messed up.
I was
for a
thinking
minute.
Fish because he's close to the shore.
That's
All right.
true. Here comes Raybuck running it on the outside. He stiff arms to the corner, to the 15, high steps down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 6 will bring up a 3rd down and 4 at the 10. Here's a quick update on Eagle 107. Shamokin is dominating Selinsgrove 27-0. Mifflinburg 20, Milton 0. Both of those in the second quarter. Montoursville 21, Central Columbia 0. Jersey Shore leading Williamsport 14-10 in a bit of a backyard rivalry. How about this one? Line Mountain 20, Steelton High Spire 6.
What did I call that? City Mouse versus Country Mouse?
Yes.
And Country Mouse is winning.
Country Mouse is winning.
Good for the Line Mountain Eagles.
3rd and 4. Raybuck. He will hand it off. Looking for running room to the near side. It's Keeley. He's going to turn the corner to the 10 and get to the 9 before he is ripped down with a pretty nice open field tackle there by Dalton McDermott.
Yeah, Luke tried to, instead of turning it up, he tried to get around. And he's fast, but he doesn't have that speed that those other guys have.
So now it'll be 4th down and 10. And now they're going to decide what to do. Are they going to try another field goal opportunity? This would be within DePhillips' range for sure.
Oh, they're going to call timeout.
I think they're going to call timeout.
Yeah, they're going to let the play clock run down to 0 and call timeout and make a decision.
So with about 2:10 remaining here in the half, Braves will have a 4th down decision, leading at 14-0 at the 10-yard line. Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel tonight, brought to you in part by Christ Wesleyan Church, Service First Federal Credit Union, Sunbury Motor Company. And Braves football on WKOK also sponsored in part by Wiest Better and Rice, Cold Stony Hill Tree Farm, and J.D. Feaster Earthworks. Back here next Friday night for Selinsgrove and Shikellamy.
That will be a very large group of people.
I would think so.
You know, when I was class advisor junior year, we always had the junior class stand, and we would love when you get a game like that. Okay.
Oh, you'd make them in.
And you get a lot of people here. You'd sell a lot of stuff. But my favorite group of people to come to Shikellamy to watch football are the Shamokin people.
Oh, yeah.
Because they come through the gate and they come to eat.
By the way, and a big thank you to the Shamokin Hillside coaches for the enormous donation and selling all those shirts in that yellow game.
Wow.
That was fantastic, and we had a lot of people watching that game on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and that meant a lot to us, being able to bring that game to the Shamokin fans as well.
They're going for it, Kev.
They are indeed. It'll be 4th down and 4 at the 10-yard line. Have to get to about the 6-yard line. Raybuck has the play changed now. He's got back split around him. He'll take it himself off the left side, lean ahead. He's got the 1st down at the 6-yard line by the near side official. No, they're going to say he's short. I would ask for a measurement on that one. I don't know about that. That is a tough spot, and we are not on the line to see the angle, but they are not going to worry about measuring it. It is 1st and 10 for Central Mountain. 3 3/4 yards, needed 4.
Well, they've got
a left foot spot.
They've got Central Mountain down inside their own 10-yard line. 2:06 to go. The Braves do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
And there are 2 timeouts remaining for Central Mountain, 1 for Shikellamy. So now a shotgun formation, man in motion. They're going to hand it off. McDermott's trying to get to the corner. He did for a second and then got smacked down after a gain of 1 to the 9-yard line.
I'm seeing who made that tackle. Number 15, Corbin Stahl.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, well, he's the one that put him down. That somebody else over there got his hands on him, but Corbin was the one who I said last week had one of the best form tackles I ever saw in high school football. And I'm going to even say college football.
Stahl with the team high in tackles coming into this game. Braves 2 for 4 in the red zone tonight. Everett now gets it. He'll flip it to the man in motion to the near side, and he is stopped at the 1-yard line. Maybe the 2 with forward progress. There was nowhere to go. I think that was Masorti on the run.
Avery Carge almost got him and was going to carry him into the end zone, and he slipped off of him. But there were a lot of Braves around him. They lost 3 yards on that play.
I'm not exactly sure how he got forward progress to the 4 or 5 yard line, but he did. It'll be 3rd down and about 13 from the 4 with a minute remaining. And Central Mountain now swapping out some players, but they're going to run out of time here if they don't get this going.
I'm surprised the Braves didn't call a timeout.
I think they will after this one, if it's not an
incomplete pass. They're probably going to call a timeout.
They've got 4 to go, 3 on the play clock, 2, 1. They just get it away. Rolling out in his own end zone is the quarterback. He will be stopped by Thomas at the 1 yard line, or at the 5 yard line rather. And now the Braves will use their final timeout as Everett comes up with a 1 yard gain. Will bring up 4th down and 12.
You know, Mike Hoover was out on the field yelling timeout, timeout. And again, the officials were away from him, but the back, what do they call this? The backfield, not the
back judge.
Back judge was there, came over and gave it to him. I think they ought to put a couple of seconds back on the clock.
Well, right now they're not doing anything. We welcome you into the WKOK Sports YouTube channel broadcast booth, and thank you very much for watching tonight. Remember, click subscribe, and then you'll get alerts when we go live. Yes?
Yeah, they're telling them to put some time on the clock.
Are they going to add some time on the clock? All right. We'll see. It looks like they're still at 33
42.
seconds.
They put 42.
Wow, that's a lot of time. That's too much time.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, 38.
Okay, that makes
38.
I agree with that.
38 or 37.
I was going to say 42 would be a little bit.
37.
3-7 will be the amount of time on said clock. And there are no timeouts remaining for the Braves, 2 for Central Mountain. Here's the other thing. Heels on the white back of the end zone for the punter right now, and this is danger zone for Pardo.
There we go, 37 seconds on.
So 37 seconds. Now, do you take a shot here and call for a block?
I don't know. Brody Raybeck's been coming right off the side several times.
I might call for the block here because you're going to get the ball to start the second half no matter what.
You also got 2 of the fastest kids back here going to catch it too, so we'll see.
So and here comes the pressure, and they'll bring a little bit, and it's straight up and straight down, and it bounces at about the 25 to the 30. Now backwards to the 33-yard line, and that's where Shikellamy will take over with no timeouts in 26 seconds. Every end of practice, especially Thursday, they do a 2-minute drill. Sometimes they have timeouts, sometimes they don't. This is going to be one of the shortest 2-minute drills that they have practiced that I've seen, and it is a lot shorter than the 2 2-minute drills they were successful with at Lewisburg in week 2.
Hopefully they have a 26-second drill.
With no timeouts. Well, that's called lob it up and let Thomas run underneath it, I think. Raybeck now at quarterback with a sidecar to his left. That sidecar is going to be Tristan Smith. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. 3 receivers far side, rather. He gets the direct snap. He's looking down the middle of the field. He goes for Thomas to the near side. He's got him. Thomas out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Wow. They left him wide open on
Wide
that.
open.
Wide open. Just get up. If they're not going to, I think they're going to start the clock.
Yeah, they're going to say he didn't get out of bounds. He was rolling out of bounds. They're going to wind the clock.
What you want to do? What you just spike
He's going to go under center and try and spike it, and he does. With 13 seconds remaining. That one a 25-yard reception.
Well, Kevin, I can't believe that they didn't think that they were going to try to go deep.
I think the entire coaching staff knew that was going to happen and may have said something to the players, but I don't know that it got to the players on the near side and the defensive backs.
Well, this is going to be tough. If you run the ball, the time's going to run out, or if
Brody rolls out
yep.
and give him the option to run or pass. They have 2 receivers on the far side. There's nobody else out here. 2 defenders as well. Here comes Felmy in motion. Will he be an extra blocker or will he be the passer? Nope, they're going to come to the near side. Fires it into the end zone for Pollock. For the tight end, Charlie Walter. It's intercepted by Serafini, and he brings it out to about the 14-yard line with 4 seconds remaining.
the Braves just can't score.
They are now 2 for 5 in the red zone.
Yeah. Yep, they sure are.
Serafini with his first interception of the season, his second fumble recovery, and the Braves are now back, I think, to +1 now. Raybuck throws his 6th interception.
The defense has given the offense great field position just about every time. Of course, most of the guys that are playing on offense are playing on defense, so.
Right, they're giving themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll take a knee on this one and go into the halftime locker room trailing it 14-0. It is halftime here at the Shikellamy All Sports Complex, and Central Mountain has something to be put a little hop in their step. The interception on the short drive right at the end of the half may have kept them in the ball game here in the second half. They trail 14-0 at the half. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
At Paul Q. Ross Construction, your project isn't just blueprints and lumber. It's the fulfillment of your dream. From additions and remodels to custom homes, outdoor living spaces, and more, we walk with you every step of the way, making the progress stress-free and exciting.
This is Paul at Construction.
Ready to bring your vision to life? Go with the best.
My favorite part is the staff, and the aides are wonderful, and they treat us so well. We're always doing things, playing games. I think they're playing volleyball right now.
I love Nottingham. It's the 3rd nursing home I've worked at. Nottingham truly treats you like a family. They really are concerned with what's going on with you. There's nothing like being with the residents. I mean, you're a part of their lives now. You actually become part of their family on more than one occasion.
Time to do something a little different with your financial life? At Service First, we take pride in being anything but typical and helping our 47,000 plus members achieve their financial goals. At Service First, we're celebrating 50 years of being friends you can bank on. Become a member today.
Today, everything from work to play and everywhere in between needs energy. And E.H. Kleckner in Montanton has just the thing, Form Energy. It's the better choice for sustained energy and focus to go the extra mile. Choose your favorites from 4 highly tested flavors, including Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Orange Fury, and Blue Blitz. Form Energy offers mental focus and hydration so you can unlock your full potential with 200 milligrams of caffeine and 0 sugar. Get Form Energy today at your favorite retail account.
Hey, it's Troy here at Zimmerman Motors. Summer is wrapping up and we're kicking off our biggest sale of the year, our Labor Day sales event, now through the end of September. We have every vehicle clearly marked on the lot and online, and they are priced to move. New Jeep Compasses with over $5,000 in savings. They are 4x4s ready for the PA weather. Are you interested in a 3rd-row Jeep Grand Cherokee? We have them with up to $7,000 off. We have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles with over 70% of them being certified.
Now is the time to get your next vehicle at Zimmerman Motors, Route 61 Sunbury. Mention this ad to get your special thank you gift with a vehicle purchase.
Okay, welcome back on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and here on News Radio 1070 WKOK. As the Braves have an early 14-0 lead. They started with 8:01 to go in the first quarter. That's when Thomas Pollock caught his first touchdown pass, well, so far his only touchdown pass of the game. A 16-yarder capped off a 43-yard drive after a turnover on downs on the first series for Central Mountain. The extra point made it 7-0. Braves were kind of stymied a little bit. They had the ball in Central Mountain territory, but then had a turnover on downs themselves before they finally got the ball back with 10:05 to go in the second. when Keeley got his first touchdown of the season, a 20-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0. The Braves were trying to drive in one more score before the half, used their final timeout, got the punt in a short field, hit Thomas Pollock on about a 17-yard pass play inside the 10-yard line, but then had to spike the ball on second down. Brody threw an interception in the end zone, and then Central Mountain ended up kneeling on the football, and that's how we got to halftime at 7-0. Chief, the Braves have had room on the ground to run tonight.
They sure have, and sometimes they seem to abandon it. I mean, one time they ran the ball 4 times in a row and picked up 3 first downs. And I just wonder why we just don't keep trying to, work inside and work outside. They've got the line. I think the offensive line has done an outstanding job tonight. I really do. It looks like not everybody makes their block all the time, but they are getting holes there. And this is the first time I've seen Smith and Keeley actually, when they get through the line, they actually can make some moves instead of being bottled up. They've also, got a little bit on the outside. And I'm a little disappointed that way. You know what we're not talking about? The biggest positive is the Braves defense. I don't think Central Mountain has a first down.
If they do, it's maybe 1 or 2 at the most, yeah.
I'll bet you they were held under at least, I would say, 40 yards total rushing, maybe even total offense. And that is one heck of a job. I mean, the Braves stopped them twice on 4th and short yardage at midfield, and they just have been doing a great job with it.
Well, we talked about it earlier. One of the challenges that Coach Hoover had for this team in the defense, Central Mountain averages about 150 yards a game offense, and he said, let's keep them under 150, and I think they've really done that here starting things off.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm also impressed with the defensive guys. The line, a lot of times they get sacrificed. They're taking blockers off of their linebackers and their outside backers, but they too are making some big plays, and that's important. And I love the fact that how physical we are. And I know Central Mountain's been pretty physical, but we are really going after the ball carriers. I mean, sometimes it looks like the guy's going to get away, going to get off one tackle. Next thing you know, there's 3 or 4 guys on him. So I'm hoping that the Braves can keep that up in the second half. We get the ball for the third quarter. They need to take that ball and put it into the end zone, all right? And that's one of the things that, as far as I'm concerned, I think the score should be 28, maybe even 35-0 right now.
And the Braves also missed a 32-yard field goal, the longest opportunity for DePhillips. He came up just short of the crossbar, but then comes out and the extra point a few minutes later and just hammers one through. So he's got the leg.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of the confidence there. And that wasn't even a great snap. That was a low snap that Stahl had to work on that extra point that boomed through. Well, while we have an opportunity, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Shikellamy Braves football. Here at the Shikellamy All Sports Complex here in Sunbury, halftime where Shikellamy leads by a score of 14-0. We were talking about DePhillips there with the leg. He's definitely got the leg. We saw that on the extra point that followed the missed field goal. But again, the Braves in the red zone tonight have been really not good.
Yeah, they've struggled. Well, they recovered. How about the 15-yard or the 10-yard penalty? First and 25 at around our 50-yard line, and they make it up in one play. They've been doing those things, but then they get inside the 10-yard line, and it seems like there's a breakdown. The only time they were successful was great blocking scheme up front and Luke Keeley's nice 20-yard run for a touchdown.
I think the strangest part of this game, though, it was the early part of this game when you started to see 15-yard penalty after 15-yard penalty, dead ball penalties, and the officials took a time. They ejected one Shikellamy player from this game, and then they took a timeout and went and talked to both coaches and I'm sure said, listen, you got to settle people down here. We're going to end up having to play, with 5 guys on the field because we're going to start throwing everybody out.
A lot more problems. And, the Braves have a big game next week with Selinsgrove. And
you don't want to lose any more.
No. Well, they've lost one player for the first half anyway to start. I will say this. The people that came in to fill that spot on defense have done an excellent job. So I think that's the one thing that the Braves have had this year, the ability to fill in when they've been in circumstances somebody gets injured. Take Noah Johnson. He went down in Lewisburg, and they've done a nice job of recovering. Bymir Baez went down, all right, and they've been able to get somebody else in there.
And Gavin Kiefer's back tonight for the first time. He's run very well. Tristan Smith, the freshman, has been running well all year. And then we saw Kyler Campbell get his first carry of the season in a varsity game, and he ripped a good 20 yards or so off.
Well, he probably has 20 altogether. I think he had 2 runs, but you're right. That first one was almost the first down that he ran for. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but you got to attribute that to those guys up front.
Well, when we return, we'll take a look at scores from around the region from our WKOK.com scoreboard. Caleb Long working hard back at our Blue Hill studios to get that update. We'll have that for you when we return at the half. It is 14-0, Shikellamy over Central Mountain. This is Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
At Paul Q. Ross Construction, your project isn't just blueprints and lumber. It's the fulfillment of your dream. From additions and remodels to custom homes, outdoor living spaces, and more, we walk with you every step of the way, making the progress stress-free and exciting.
This is Paul at Construction.
Ready to bring your vision to life? Go with the best.
Enjoy the drive this fall in a new Mazda from W&L. Enjoy efficiency as you head back to school. Choose between a fuel-efficient gas or hybrid Mazda CX-50 with rates starting at 0.9 for 60 months. Enjoy comfort and space on your way to the game in the roomy Mazda CX-70 or the 3-row CX-90. Both the Mazda CX-70 and Mazda CX-90 gas or plug-in hybrids are $2,000 off with customer cash. Find your Mazda at W&L off Route 11 in Northumberland and online at WNLMazda.com.
Whether tailgating at the stadium before the game or watching from the comfort of your own home, Wise Markets has you covered. Wise Markets, the official grocer of Penn State football.
Looking for something more than just a Sunday routine? At Christ Wesleyan, we're more than a church. We're a family, a place to grow in faith, connect and serve with others. We make a real difference in the world around you. From powerful worship and biblical teaching to small groups, kids and youth, there's something here for every generation. Join us this Sunday in Milton at 9 or 10:45 a.m. or in Sunbury at 10:15 a.m. You can also find us online at cwc.life. Christ Wesleyan, it's where the light is shared with everyone, no matter who you are.
We put our members first. Here I am, CEO, COO, CFO, CMO, all the O's. The coolest owner. Getting my company off the ground wasn't easy, but I believed in me, and so did Members First. Thanks to my Members First concierge, my business account was up and running in no time. Entrepreneur. We put our members first. Here I am, CEO, COO, CFO, CMO, all the O's. The coolest owner. Getting my company off the ground wasn't easy, but I believed in me, and so did Members First. Thanks to my Members First concierge, my business account was up and running in no time. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Thank you, Members First. Members First.
And welcome back to the Shikellamy All Sports Complex. We'll get you updated on what's going on down the road at Kemp Memorial Stadium in Shamokin. Chief has the scoreboard at WKOK.com.
Right now, Steele and Company are up on Selinsgrove at halftime, 34-0. Mifflinburg up on Milton, 28-0 in the second quarter. Montoursville all over Central Columbia, 35-0 in the second quarter. Jersey Shore now 28, Williamsport 14 at the half. And down in Mandato, Line Mountain still up on Stilton High Spire at the half, 28-14. I think that game ended up 43-40 last year. Stilton High Spire won that one then. Wow. Warrior Run, very good football team, just really basically making North Penn Manfield Friday night horrendous. They're up 49-0. Montgomery up on Muncie, 14-7. South Williamsport up on I can never say this. Conestoga, how do you say that? The valley.
Cowanesque Valley.
Cowanesque Valley.
Cowanesque Valley.
Cowanesque Valley, 35-6. Mount Carmel, all over Hughesville, 41-0. Here's a good one. Lewisburg and Loyalsock in a 7-7 tie in the third quarter. Southern Columbia up on Danville, 35-14. A while ago, that was 28 to nothing, and now it's 35-14. Midwest losing to Bloomsburg, 41-0. And a while ago, Monroe Myers sent me a text saying he was listening to you and I and said how much I sound like Hort. The only thing I should argue with you more.
Well, that's true. He did argue with me quite a bit.
I don't think I sound like Horty. I don't think I do either. But anyway.
I'm not going to comment. It's 14-0 at the half.
But I want to tell you, it was Berwick up on Wyoming Valley West, 14-7.
I'm going to withhold comment. 14-0 at the half. Shikellamy will have the ball to start the second half when we return. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
It's the Kia Sportage Blowout event at Sunbury Motors Kia. Take advantage of 0% APR for 48 months on 2025 Kia Sportages or 0.9% APR for 48 months on 2025 Sportage Hybrids. They're going fast. Get 1.9% APR for 48 months on the newly designed 26 Sportage LX models starting under $33,000.
We wanna see you in a Kia. Sunbury Motors Kia.
Time to do something a little different with your financial life? At Service First, we take pride in being anything but typical and helping our 47,000 plus members achieve their financial goals. At Service First, we're celebrating 50 years of being friends you can bank on. Become a member today.
Enjoy the drive this fall in a new Mazda from W&L. Enjoy efficiency as you head back to school. Choose between a fuel-efficient gas or hybrid Mazda CX-50 with rates starting at 0.9 for 60 months. Enjoy comfort and space on your way to the game in the roomy Mazda CX-70 or the 3-row CX-90. Both the Mazda CX-70 and Mazda CX-90 gas or plug-in hybrids are $2,000 off with customer cash. Find your Mazda at W&L off Route 11 in Northumberland and online at WNLMazda.com.
1,300 acres of prime hunting ground. Corporate hunts, sporting clays, continental shoots. Complete your visit with overnight accommodations, now available. We are Martz's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Come let us start your family traditions here at Martz's. Come check us out.
Quality ringneck pheasant hunting. Martz's.com.
My favorite part is the staff, and the aides are wonderful, and they treat us so well. We're always doing things, playing games. I think they're playing volleyball right now.
I love Nottingham. It's the third nursing home I've worked at. Nottingham truly treats you like a family. They really are concerned with what's going on with you. There's nothing like being with the residents. I mean, you're a part of their lives now. You actually become part of their family on more than one occasion.
Nurse, and he says, it's just like you're putting a catheter.
Come back on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Getting ready for the second half kick. The Braves will be returning this one to the north end zone, left to right as we view things here in this second half. Micah Carson will be the kicker for Central Mountain. The first time we've seen him,
yes,
I believe.
And hope it's the last.
And here's the end-over-end kick. End-over-end kick here, touched by one of the up men, picked up again, running to the near side with it is Tristan Smith, I think. Yes, that was Smith. And they'll spot him at the 23-yard line. That was a line drive kick, kind of trying to drop it in no man's land, and it really kind of was effective.
Well, it worked. I thought it worked excellent for Central Mountain's kickoff team, and a nice tackle there at the end.
This is by far the worst field position by almost 25 yards for the Braves to start a drive. Leading at 14-0 here to start the second half on WKOK and our WKOK Sports YouTube channel. By the way, the Phillies in the bottom of the sixth inning are leading the Twins 3-1.
Is it 3-1 now?
Yes.
Okay.
Raybuck with a shotgun sidecar right. He's going to hand it off to Keeley. Keeley, a left side, makes a man miss to the 25 to the 30. A nice run of 7 on the first down.
I think he might have got more than that, Kevin. I think he might have got another yard. It looked like 9 yards.
Yeah, they're going to give
him a
him
bad angle from over here.
No, you're absolutely right. They spotted him over the 31-yard line.
Another nice run by Keeley. Again, it's really beneficial to our runners when they come through the line of scrimmage.
And there's no white jerseys in front of you.
on them, yeah.
Yeah, that's been a rarity the last couple of weeks.
That would have been on that side. It would have been Rosinski and Valderrama.
Here comes a direct snap to Raybuck. Raybuck will fake it, take it himself, look to throw it. He throws it incomplete, tried to loft it up there to Kurtz. Kurtz was the outlet pass on that one. I think that was a designed run by Brady.
Oh, yeah.
And if nobody's there, he kind of yells fire and Kurtz releases.
Well, Central Mountain blew that up with their defense. They brought both of their outside backers or defensive ends that time, and they had Brody contained. There was no way he was going to get around that at the end on this side.
I do like that. It almost becomes a triple option style play out of the pistol for 3rd down and 1.
It's also a recipe for disaster, too.
Well, that's true. 3 receivers and no one in the backfield. They'll go empty backfield, 5 receivers overall. Looking things over is Raybuck. Raybuck will take it right up the gut, and he will be in for a 1st down gain of 2.
Yeah, they gave it to him. Good.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves.
Keeley into the game for Smith. Yep. Smith comes out, Keeley goes in.
1st down and 10 with a sidecar to the left of Raybuck now. He's more into the pistol formation where he takes about a step in front of the running back. Running back comes up and makes the grab for the ball. Keeley will get up to the 35-yard line and is ripped down at the 35-yard line.
Real nice job by the front defensive lineman of Central Mountain along with the linebackers.
Second down and 8. They'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line. Clock winding with just over 10 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Keeley now moving from right to left on behind Raybuck. Raybuck with a direct snap. He's looking to the near side, runs the out to Thomas. Pollock will make the grab at the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 13 actually, and move the chains.
That is really a tough play to defend, especially if they execute it like they did there. Good move to the outside and Brody right on with the pass.
If you watch when Thomas actually ran that last week against Jersey Shore, he actually took that the rest of the way because he made a jab step to the inside that froze the defender. And he did it there, but not quite as good as he did a week ago. But when he gets to the edge, then he's dangerous. He's in the backfield right now. And they'll pitch it to Pollock. Pollock will make a man miss to the 45, to the 50, and gets to the 49-yard line. That'll be good for a gain of 6, bring up 2nd down and 4 inside Central Mountain territory.
Another one of those really nice moves. When you can move laterally as fast as you move forward, you're a pretty good running back, and that's exactly what he did that time once he got it through the line of scrimmage.
And I believe that's his first carry of the season.
No, I think he had
one. Or did he have one earlier in the day today?
I thought he had I tried to sweep.
That's right. He did have one earlier today.
A quick pitch, remember?
Yeah.
But it was a quick pitch that was a slow pitch.
That's right. It's his 2nd carry of the season. Raybuck now will hand it off to Keeley. Keeley, the power back. Oh, man. He was running backwards and gained 4 more yards. It'll be 3rd down and 1. What a run of 4.
Definitely one of Luke's better nights. And again, the surge that the offensive line gives, we got Bender and Purdy on that side along with center Bingaman, and they're just doing a nice job of at least getting him past the line of scrimmage. But he did a lot of that on his own.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Man-to-man coverage with Thomas. They're going to try and jam him off the line. Play fake. Brody comes out. He lost the ball as he was trying to actually make the turn, and he lost it again as Serafini, I believe, comes up with it. And it is indeed Central Mountain ball. The senior, Serafini, picks up his team-high third fumble recovery. And the Braves now go to -1.
Kudos to Central Mountain. They took advantage of a turnover. I mean, that ball, that nobody caused that ball to come loose.
Now, Brody was trying to adjust and get actually a better handle on the ball, and it just flopped right out of there. 1st and 10 at the Shikellamy 48-yard line. Best field position of the night for Central Mountain.
Yeah, I think this is the first time they've been on this side of the 50.
To start, yeah.
On Shikellamy side of the 50.
Yep. McDermott is the back to the left. He'll send a man in motion. That's Masorti. It'll be a quarterback draw right up the middle. Big hole right to the 40-yard line. He'll gain 12 for a first down to the 37.
See, this is one of those things that happens in these games. The Braves had opportunities in the second quarter to score, and they didn't do it. And they were driving here, and it's a misfortunate turnover. And now you got Central Mountain. You know, they get a score here. They're back in the
game. And there's a timeout. And it looks like it's Everett, the quarterback, who just ran that ball, is on the ground at the 50-yard line. We'll take a timeout. 7:51 to go here in the third quarter. It is Shikellamy 14, Central Mountain nothing. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
We put our members first.
Home feels like a lot of things.
Nice shoes. Thanks. Nice sign. Thank you.
This is for the Bobby.
Thank you. Here's a lollipop.
It's everyone knowing your name.
Hey, George.
The warmth of familiar faces, and the comfort of knowing your money stays close to home, helping your neighbors and supporting your community. At Members First, we're more than just your credit union. We're your home away from home.
Yep. Feels like home.
We put our members first.
Kyle Everett, the 5'10", 190 sophomore quarterback who just ran for that first down gain of about 12, came back to about the 50-yard line, and then it looked like he had a leg cramp, but they are taking a little bit longer time than normal than on a leg cramp.
You're right. It looks like it might be a knee or an ankle.
Yeah, he's having trouble getting up now, and now he's starting to walk under his own power as he gets a little help. But that will bring Alex Johnson, who is in for a couple of running plays, a 6', 170 freshman, 2 of 3 for 8 yards, and he has about 4 carries on the season for about 8 yards right now.
Well, the Braves defense needs to pick it up here. I mean, I think that was Jersey, or yeah, why do I say Jersey Shore all the time? Central Mountain. I think that was their first down.
I believe you're right. So the running back is McDermott, and Alex Johnson will be the quarterback. He'll have Serafini to the near side along with Heverly. Direct snap goes to Johnson. Johnson will look, weave, dodge, and bull his way ahead to the 30-yard line, carrying a tackler with him.
Yeah, they just took Shikellamy entire defense and pushed them down the field. I mean, that was a nice surge by Central Mountain's offensive line.
Gain of 7 will bring up a 2nd down and 3. Clock winding with 7:20 remaining here in this third quarter. Shikellamy leading it 14-0. Johnson now with 2 backs surrounding him. Corman to the near side, McDermott to the far side. It's going to go to Corman, and Corman goes nowhere. Single leg takedown for a loss, and I believe that was actually Willie Bender.
Bryce Broomball
was it
in there
Broomball
also.
too?
Oh, well, Bender's the one that was in there too. So, yeah. So we got 3rd and about 6.
Big loss on the play of 3. Brings up 3rd down and 6 at the 33-yard line. They'll take Corman out at running back. And now bring Johnson in to potentially have to throw for only the 4th time this year. Running back to the left is McDermott. Everett, the starter, got knocked out here a few minutes ago, knocked out of the game for a few minutes ago. Back to pass. Pesher's coming. Fires it downfield. It is intercepted, or is it complete? It's complete. He stole it right out of the defender's hands. What a catch by Rohrbaugh. Wow. Looked like Stahl had that one picked again, and it was a dual possession, if nothing else, on the sideline, which goes to the receiver, and a big pass completion for Alex Johnson. Ball at the 17-yard line on the big gainer for a first down. Johnson now will run it himself, and he gets stacked up and dropped. They push him backwards, and
that's Karch.
And guess who was there this time? It's Avery
Karch with a nice, nice form tackling on his part.
Second down and 12, clock winding with 5:37 to go here in this third quarter. Two receivers far side, two to the near side. One back, it's McDermott alongside of Johnson. Alex, the freshman, gets the direct snap, looks to the near side, pressure's coming, fires down the middle of the field, incomplete. Pass intended down the middle of the field for, I believe, Hiverly.
Yes, and Corbin Stahl was there again.
Third down and 12 inside the red zone for the first time tonight for Central Mountain.
This quarterback for Central Mountain can throw the ball. I mean, he's had two nice passes. The one he completed, that one was right there, but it was just a little bit too far.
About 14 yards on that completion that got him the first down. That's his longest completion of the year. Johnson will send a man in motion. That's going to be Masorti. It's going to be an option. There's no option. He's going to have to roll out and make something happen. He found a man open inside the 5 and rolling into the end zone. McDermott for the touchdown. Wow. McDermott got himself clear to the linebackers, picked up the ball at the 10, and bounced his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
We got a ball game, Kevin.
Indeed. McDermott with the score with 5:04 remaining here in the third. This will make it a one-touchdown extra point game. The PATs, he's only had one opportunity, Carson, the senior. He is perfect for him. Micah will set this one through the uprights, and good. So with 5:04 to go here in the third quarter, it is Shikellamy 14, Central Mountain 7, as the turnover turns to points for the Wildcats. This is Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
It's the Kia Sportage Blowout event at Sunbury Motors Kia. Take advantage of 0% APR for 48 months on 2025 Kia Sportages or 0.9% APR for 48 months on 2025 Sportage Hybrids. They're going fast. Get 1.9% APR for 48 months on the newly designed 26 Sportage LX models starting under $33,000.
We wanna see you in a Kia. Sunbury Motors Kia.
(14-7), 5:04 to go. Got a ball game here at Shikellamy All Sports Complex. Booting the ball away now will be Pardo. Or no, I'm going to correct that. It's not Pardo. That's going to be Carson. It hits, takes a hop, and then coming to the near side to the 25 and spinning his way to the 30-yard line is going to be Campbell, I believe, on the return.
Yeah, 24. That's who had it. Kevin.
That's his first return of the varsity season.
Well, the Braves offense has to answer now. They really do, all right?
Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, sponsored in part by Wise Markets, Zimmerman, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Truck. Well, we've had a couple of opportunities for the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, but I got a funny feeling we haven't seen it yet.
I think you're right, Kevin. I really do.
Raybuck now will bring everybody in on this 1st and 10 from the Shikellamy 30-yard line after the fumble that Central Mountain ends up punching in for 6. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Raybuck will pitch it. Pitch going to the near side to Smith, who cuts it in at the hash marks to the 33. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play.
I think that was McDermott that made the tackle, too. Is he 24?
Yes, he is. Second down and 7. Don't forget that Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game will be on the radio broadcast in the postgame, so tune in to that, streaming online or on your radio. Man in motion to the near side, play fake. Brody takes it himself, makes a man miss, cuts it to the near side to the 40, tackled from behind, but not before he got the first down run. He got tackled from behind by big Hayes Henry, a 6', 290 sophomore.
You know, we seem to do very well if we go straight at this defensive Central Mountain with our runs. It's when we try to go wide that they seem to be able to catch up and pick up yardage, but not as much as I think we should.
First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Braves up a touchdown. They'll send Stahl in motion to the backfield where there's 3 running backs now. Back to pass Raybuck. He's looking for Charlie and then has to cut down to Thomas, who's coming across the middle. Makes 2-man miss, stays in bounds to the 49-yard line and very close to a Shikellamy first down.
Again, Thomas picked up valuable yardage after he caught that ball.
Thomas is down on the near sideline. He took a hit. He took a hit right at the end of that in the ribs, I believe, if I saw that correctly. That is not someone that the Braves wanted to have. Well, nobody wants to have anybody down on the sideline. But,
no, not at all.
But that's definitely a big part of this offense.
He
is up with a little bit of assistance, and I think they're going to check him out, make sure he's all right. Goes back to the bench, and they'll see if he can walk it off and figure out if everything's going to be okay.
Well, next man up, Kev.
It will definitely be next man up. It is good enough for a first down gain of 10 to the 49-yard line. Stahl will go to the far side of the field. One receiver to the near side. I think that's Smith actually to the near side of the field this time. To see about that. In the slot, Charlie Walter, the tight end. Handoff Keeley right up the middle. There are linemen 5, 6, 7 yards downfield. And a gain of 6 on that first down carry.
Yeah, when we go right at them, it seems that the offensive line does a nice job of getting into the defenders and pushing them back. Keeley with 6 yards, five or 6, one right somewhere in there.
Shikellamy Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Shamokin Dam Health Center, Lackawanna College, and Midtown Bistro. Second down and 4. Raybuck with 2 backs. He will hand it off, and he tripped over the logo at the center of the field as Keeley just had his foot slide out from underneath him. Loss of 1 will bring up a third down and 6 now at the 45-yard line. You know, one of the dangers of a team like Central Mountain is letting them hang in and into a ball game. And the Braves being 2 for 5 inside the red zone has let Central Mountain back into this game.
It looks like the play clock isn't working.
They are keeping it on the field. You are right. Brody has it, goes to the outside, looks to the 40, got the first down to the 35 to the 30-yard line. Still on his feet down to the 25, knocked off his feet at the 22. Big run of 23 yards for Raybuck.
You know who he reminds me of when he does that? Ron Paulus from Berwick.
That's a good comparison.
I think he wears the same number, too.
Talk about a flashback.
Yeah, I mean, Paulus was able to. He has great passing, but he was able to pick up big yardage running, and he was big like.
Was he late 80s?
No, 90s.
90s?
90s, yeah. I think Berwick won 2 or 3 state championships with him.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he went to Notre Dame, and he works out at Notre Dame.
Raybuck with 2 backs behind him on this 1st and 10. Hand off Keeley. Keeley tries to do a little bit too much. He tried to slide to the right, and that's where the pressure was coming.
Do you know where the hole is, Kevin? It's to the left.
To the left.
And the Braves runners for the last 2 games have not found that seam.
They're right foot dominant.
Or they don't have their heads up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yes, they're not looking down.
Well, Thomas Pollock is back in the game.
He is back in the game on this 2nd down and 9 from the 31-yard line. It'll be 2 receivers to the near side of the field, 2 to the far side. Raybuck will look over the defense now. And again, we do not know how much time's on the play clock. We'll have to watch the back judge raise his hand. That usually means we're under 10. There's the 10-second hand in the air.
Oh, boy. Come on, guys.
And Raybuck is running out of time, and he just gets it off. Back to pass. Looking to the near side. Finds Walter at the 11-yard line.
Good catch. Charlie with a sliding grab there. I don't think he got the first down, but he got close.
He is about a half a yard short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and less than 1. And I hear the train whistle coming through, and it's not the one that comes through Sunbury right now.
No, it is not. And I'm looking down there, and I think the offensive lineman says, let's just go right at him, okay?
3rd down in the red zone at the 13-yard line. Let's see if it's the Raybuck train. Brody looks things over. He will call for the ball. Here comes the train off the left side, and he will run into the station at the 10-yard line.
Oh, there's a penalty.
And a very late flag coming.
No, not
and
again.
That one may nullify. The first down.
It'll be a dead ball.
Well, it'll
foul.
be dead ball. It'll still be first down.
And it's against the Braves.
Worst part about it is it's going to be a dead ball foul. It'll be back to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 25. Let's see where the official comes out. Dead ball foul, personal foul against Central Mountain, and it's offsetting.
Offsetting.
So that will nullify everything except the play.
Well, there goes Coach Hoover out.
He spends almost as much time out beyond the numbers as the player.
Well, I think he's just getting ready for his when he retires from coaching to be an official, all right? Trying to get the feel of the field when he's out there.
So it'll be offsetting penalty, so it'll stay right where it was at the 10-yard line. They cannot get a first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 10. This is their 5th trip inside the red zone, and that will be the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Braves will be inside the 10 to start the 4th quarter at the the south end zone. It is Shikellamy 14, Central Mountain nothing. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
Gear up for the fall season in a Subaru from W&L. Take on the Friday Night Lights in a 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with a low of 0% financing for 72 months.
Or get to your favorite camping destination in a Subaru Outback and cozy up with the family around a crackling campfire.
Need more adrenaline? The Subaru Forester is ready to take you up to the mountains for an off-road trailblazing adventure with as low as 0.9% financing for 72 months.
See us off Route 11 in Northumberland, at the Bloomsburg Fair this month, and online at WNLSubaru.com.
J.J. Powell's Easy Pay makes heating your home simple. Capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery mean you can rest easy knowing you're covered. And here's the best part. Enroll in Easy Pay. Visit jjpowell.com/easypay or call 800-432-0866 to join. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
Move it up a little bit. That's better.
Yes, dear.
First and goal at the 10-yard line. Raybuck with 2 backs behind him, 4 receivers in the pattern. Make it 3 receivers in the pattern. Handoff coming to the near side, and a very high tackle on Campbell for a loss. It was not a horse collar, but it was around the helmet.
Again,
it'll be a loss of 2.
Again, we're trying to go round the end, all right? Oh, man.
Braves are 2 of 5 in the red zone tonight, and they're in the red zone for the 6th time.
Actually lost 2 yards there, Kevin.
Indeed. 2nd down and goal now from the 12-yard line. Again, the game clock is being held on the sideline, so we're watching the back judge when he lifts his arm. That means there's 10. There he is now, 10 seconds left. And now count it out. Raybuck on the train, left side to the 10, outside to the 9, and drugged down at the 9-yard line by Cole Corman, who leads the team in tackles for a loss, and sacks.
Well, we'll see what happens if they don't get in the end zone this time, Kevin, if they decide to go 4th and goal or go for the field goal.
Well, this is definitely in range for Ryan DePhillips. They're going to bring in Campbell, and it looks like he's going to go to the slot. Pollock to the far side has one-on-one coverage, but he is going to be out-heighted a little bit there. Raybuck takes a direct snap, looks to the far side, finds Thomas. Thomas makes a man miss, and then just barely the defender hung on to make the tackle at the 5-yard line. I thought for a minute he was going to duck out of that and head right to the end zone. So it'll be 4th and goal at the 5 and a decision time for Coach Hoover.
I think they're going to go for it here, Kevin. I really do.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do. 4th and goal, and the Braves coming in 2 of 5 in the red zone. They cannot get a first down. This one has to be in the paint. Raybuck, sidecar to the right, gets the direct snap. Pressure's coming down the middle of the field. Pass was tipped, and it is incomplete. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and again, Central Mountain is held on downs, and the Braves go 2 for 6 in the red zone tonight.
Can't punch the ball in. That's again, I just watch sometimes how successful we are when we just run right at them. And we didn't do that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line of Central Mountain with 9:50 to go, all 3 timeouts remaining, and Central Mountain looking to score the most points they have in an entire game this season. They'll send a man in motion, that's Everly. The run off the left side will be down for a gain of 3, and it looks like that one was carried by McDermott.
I'll tell you, is he a freshman, the quarterback?
Yes.
I mean, I think he throws a really nice pass.
Well, and I did not see who came in on this game, if it is going to be Alex Johnson or not. It is Johnson, yes. It is 15, so Johnson's still in. Low snap, controlled. He's in his own end zone. Rolls out to the near side, has room to run. Now he lets one fly. It is complete to the near sideline, but a flag is down near the end zone, and it'll be Masorti with the catch at the 42-yard line, but that is coming back.
Hold.
It is holding, and the good part for Central Mountain it was not holding in the end zone.
Again, there were all kinds of people around. That's a great throw.
That wasn't
a
not
terrific
a
throw
bad
by the
throw at all.
quarterback, and a nice catch in
and a
traffic.
nice adjustment
A nice
in
catch in traffic.
So that'll mark it half the distance to the goal. And they spotted the flag at the 4, so this one should be on the 2-yard line. Now they're going to spot at the 4?
That's right. They might have been out at
They
the
must
8.
have thrown the ball or thrown the flag near the 8 then. I thought it was more closer to the 4-yard line, but it'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 4. So Johnson in his own end zone, ready to take the direct snap. Braves are showing pressure from the edges. They hold off, rolling out with it. Another flag flies on the backside, and he's going to go nowhere. Corman might have actually gotten to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, but a flag at the 3-yard line on the backside of the play. Let's see what the official comes up with, and he will.
Holding again.
And the question is, are they going to decline it? They are. If it is holding, it would only put it back to the 2-yard line and make it 2nd down. So they'll take the play, which was a no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 11 with 8:41 to go here in the game, and Central Mountain trailing it by a touchdown.
Big play for the defense.
This is an enormous play for the defense. Ball in the near hash mark. Alex Johnson, the freshman quarterback, completed a big 40-yarder moments ago, but it got called back with a penalty.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just run the ball straight ahead here. But
Johnson back to pass, down the middle, has a man open, and a flag flies again back at the line of scrimmage. That'll come out to the 35. It would have been enough for a 1st down, but it's coming back again. And Alex Johnson cannot believe it. He's like, man, I'm throwing great passes to open guys.
Motion.
And a procedure penalty against the Wildcats will now take it back to the 2-yard line, and it'll make it 3rd down and 13.
You know, the Braves' pass offense or pass defense has not
been
been stellar right now.
It's been susceptible to.
They have found different places where I don't know if somebody blows an assignment, but these guys, it's not like these guys aren't open. They're wide open.
Well, now it's 3rd down and 13 at the 2-yard line. 3 straight plays with a flag.
Got a timeout.
And a timeout by Central Mountain. We'll take one with them. 8:07 to go here in this one. It is 14-7 Shikellamy over Central Mountain. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK, on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel, and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.
1,300 acres of prime hunting ground. Corporate hunts, sporting clays, continental shoots. Complete your visit with overnight accommodations, now available. We are Martz's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Come let us start your family traditions here at Martz's. Come check us out.
Quality ringneck pheasant hunting. Martz's.com.
There have been 4 plays in this drive for Central Mountain that started inside the 5-yard line that have been nullified due to penalties, and 2 of them were big pass plays. They're now looking at a 3rd down and 13 from their own 2-yard line. This could be the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, Chief.
You bet.
On a defensive stop here if the Braves can do it. Because right now, Central Mountain has found holes in this secondary. Everett deep into the end zone, steps up, looks, fires down the middle of the field, and is tipped by Pollock, incomplete. Great defensive play by Pollock. And then a flag.
Yeah, Corbin Stahl.
He went over top. He went over top, and a taunting call is going to be an automatic 1st down.
What is wrong with our players?
I think it has been a very physical game, and Central Mountain has come out to play hard. That's why we saw the 15-yard penalties earlier, and I think they just got under the skin of the Braves and made them make these,
well, it's 15 yards.
Honestly, dumb
down,
mistakes.
Right? Yeah. Well, that gives them new life. It gives them much more field to work with behind them.
Automatic 1st down. It'll be a 15-yard penalty that will march it down to the, should be the 17? 17.
Yeah, they're on the 17-yard line. Well,
that could be our Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. 1st and 10 from the 17. Central Mountain again hanging in there with renewed life. They'll send Masorti in motion. The handoff, left side. This time some running room for McDermott, who hasn't seen a whole lot tonight. He crosses the 20 to the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Well, they've used the pass now to set up the run. I mean, Shikellamy probably selling out for a pass play there and got linebackers up into the gaps. And just a nice drive. A good surge by the offensive line from Central Mountain.
And again, backup quarterback Alex Johnson in the game. He'll take the low snap and run it himself. He gets tied up as soon as he hits the line of scrimmage, and he goes nowhere.
Again, I'm looking at Bryce Broomball was in on that. Somebody stood him up before Bryce got there, but I don't think he picked up any yardage. Maybe a little bit.
He didn't.
Well, now's the scary part. 3rd down.
3rd down and 5 again. Braves football on WKOK, sponsored in part by Purdy Insurance and the Northumberland #1 Fire Company. 3rd down and 5. Here's the direct snap. They'll hand it off on the inside, hand off to Corbin, and he goes nowhere.
Big Avery Carge, number 56, all right. Didn't get sucked in, held his position. They came back to the reverse, and he dropped him in the end zone.
And Purdy finished him off.
I mean, dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
He did not drop him in the end zone this
No.
time. That's true.
If they would have been down there, it might have been that. But
So a 4th down, and now Corbin Stahl, and I'm not calling him out, I'm just saying he was the one that ended up getting the 15-yard penalty. He has a chance to really make good right now, and I'm sure that's in his head right now.
Well,
this is my chance.
First thing he has to do is get
catch
the ball.
It. Here comes the punt. It is going to be returnable, but he's going to have to wave it off because that ball actually kind of hung up. And it looked like it was going to hit about the 50-yard line, and it ends up hitting at the 40-yard line.
And bounce back
backwards. Yeah.
Braves with good field position.
Pardo's punt was really strange. It looked like he got it off really well, and it was almost like a hurricane wind blew it backwards. So the Braves will have the ball actually at the 36-yard line with a 1st and 10 with an opportunity to put this game away in what has been just not a great game for the Braves,
Well,
to be honest
they
with
need
you.
to put the ball in the end zone because if they do that, that gives them a little bit of I would call
mistake room.
Yeah. The other thing is
oops room.
The other thing, it'll cover up for not being able 6 times in the red zone, and we didn't score. We scored twice, right?
Over under coverage on Pollock. Yeah, 2 for 6 in the red zone tonight. Back to pass, Raybuck looks to the far side, now to the near side, finds Pollock, caught, nice catch by Pollock above his head at the 30-yard line. They'll spot it right there at about the 31, as a matter of fact. It'll be a gain of 6.
That was a long way to throw that ball across the field by Brody, and it was right on.
2nd down and about 6.
It was a 40-yard pass to pick up 7 yards, right, or 6 yards.
That's about right.
And Brody had somebody in his face too when he threw it.
Kurtz is on the far side with man-to-man coverage. See if he looks that way. He's going to look down the middle of the field. Now to the right. Fires down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. That's going to be at least a hold, if not pass interference. Charlie got really grabbed there. 2 officials saw it. He either got grabbed for a hold or that will be – I think it's more of a hold than it is pass interference. But if the ball was in the air, it's PI. And it is going to be a hold. That's the right call.
Yeah.
That's the right call.
So that's 10 yards, right, Kev?
Yes.
It'll be a 1st down for the Braves. Again, they're right next to the red zone.
But I'll be honest with you, if they don't hold him there, Charlie's in the end zone easily and walking in with a touchdown catch. Remember, in high school, it doesn't matter if the ball's catchable or not. Pass interference is still pass interference. Brody rolls out to the far side and overthrows his intended receiver. That looked like Campbell.
It was
on the
Campbell,
out
and he almost got it out to the. It almost was out to Charlie Walter, who was down 5 yards, but basically on the same pattern. Again, we're going away from the run.
7th time in the red zone tonight for Shikellamy. They have scored twice in said red zone. And for the first time all year, the Braves have not had any big plays. And I'm talking big, like 50-plus plays. Sidecar to the left. Brody looking at 3 receivers to the far side. Raybuck gets the direct snap. Hands it off. Tristan Smith had some room up the middle. Got it to the 20-yard line, maybe the 19 for a gain of 1. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 with 5:30 remaining in this one and all 3 timeouts for Shikellamy.
Well, Central Mountain's just doing a nice job of taking away some of the things that Braves were able to do earlier, but running on 2nd down.
We're trying to find the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Could this be it? Raybuck with a direct snap. Looking, firing down the middle. Incomplete. Charlie was open for a minute, Walter, and he was hit immediately by Heverly.
It was 24 was thrown to Kevin. It was thrown to Kyler Campbell.
It was Campbell, okay. Because I saw Charlie get hit as soon as that ball was released. So now it's 4th down and 9 at the 20. This is really uncomfortable zone for a field goal. So the Braves have to get the ball inside the 10-yard line. They are 2 for 6 in the red zone, and they're on the red zone line right now. Raybuck, 1 running back to his right. Back to pass, has time. Sets up down the middle of the field. Great defensive play. And that is knocked away in front of Walter, incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Central Mountain once again has denied Shikellamy in the red zone.
And the Braves didn't take much time off the clock because they threw 3 incomplete passes.
Hayes Donnelly on the defensive play there. Great job by the sophomore to get the ball back for Central Mountain at the 19-yard line. And Central Mountain 81 yards away from an opportunity to tie this up with 5:01 to go. They have not scored more than 7 points in a game, and that was last week. 1st and 10. Braves defense looking for a turnover. They haven't had too many of those today either. There's a great move to the left by McDermott. He avoids a tackler and has a gain of 6.
Thomas Pollock's going to have to come out. He made the tackle, but he lost his helmet on that.
You see him walking off there on our WKOK Sports YouTube channel. 2nd down and 4. Clock winding under 4:40 remaining in this final quarter of play.
Tristan, number 34, came in to replace him. That's Tristan Yarker. He's a senior.
A severe stomp there by Johnson, the quarterback. He gets spun down, and he is losing yards. Back to the 23-yard line. He had a severe stomp because nobody was going in motion. He decided to run it himself, and he went nowhere.
Well, again, Bryce Broomball out there with Keeley and, of course, Willie Bender.
It is 3rd down and 6 for Central Mountain. 4 minutes and winding, and Shikellamy leading it 14-7. This would be a humongous upset. Back to pass, Johnson looking, fires it long downfield. It is incomplete. Thomas went up for it, and Stahl went up for it, and they kind of defended each other.
Don't make any motions, you know.
It'll be 4th down and now a punting situation. And I'll tell you, Jagger Pardo has really struggled here to get a punt that turns over. Pardo's averaging about 30 yards a punt tonight.
Again, the main thing now is to make sure that if you don't catch it, all right, that nobody's near it.
And that's going to take a hop, but a nice turf hop to Pardo, and he got a decent one off. That one's going to hit at the 50, take a nice roll all the way inside the 30-yard line. That is a 22-yard roll. Wow. Central Mountain living right on that roll. That's the first time they got a positive roll all night.
Well, the Braves, the Braves need to get a 1st down here. There's 3:34 to go, and I believe the Central Mountain, how many timeouts do they have? 2?
2 timeouts remaining.
And this would be a change in field position if they shut them down here on 3 downs. Everybody's milling around. I don't quite know what's going on.
Well, the officials haven't. Well, there's a flag. There's a flag back at the 36-yard line, but they picked it up. So I'm not quite sure exactly. I guess honestly, I don't know. They're looking at the Shikellamy sideline. It is holding against the Braves. Wow. The penalty yards in this game is just through the roof. I mean, it's got to be over a football field at this point for Shikellamy.
Oh, now they're going back down.
Well, yeah, that's the
20,
hold.
Yeah.
That's the hold that'll put it inside the 20 now to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 17. A 1-score lead with 3:34 to go and all 3 timeouts. Raybuck with the 2 backs behind him. He gets the direct snap, hands it off. Keeley, nice running room across the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Again, off tackle. There's a hole there. You get a little bit of a cross block or just an on block and turn in and out the defenders, and you got a place to go. Now, I would take as much time as possible here. I was going to say, you know
what the word of this game is going to be now? Tick.
Yeah, but
tick.
Without the clock working, it's hard because you got one official that's going to be keeping track of it.
Right, and it's going to be the back judge who's standing at about the 45-yard line. It's really kind of tough to see him in the middle of the field like that. It's not so bad when he's in the end zone. There's nobody around him. They're still watching it. Now he'll come out with a hand up with 10. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be Keeley again, and he is going to get to the line of scrimmage and maybe another yard. And now a huge third down for Central Mountain, and I think they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, they'll take a timeout now. You're right.
So with 2:40 remaining, they'll have one timeout remaining, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 from the Shikellamy 23-yard line. What a game.
The Braves do need a first down here. This if they have to punt, this will be the first time that the Braves have punted all night long, because when they turned the ball over, they've been so deep in Central Mountain's territory that they didn't need to do that.
Already a couple of finals: Loyalsock 14, Lewisburg 7, Mount Carmel 41, Hughesville 14, Warrior Run 55, North Penn Mansfield 6, Shamokin leading Selinsgrove 51-12. That one in the 4th. Mifflinburg 42, Milton 7, also in the 4th. And Line Mountain 36, Steelton High Spire 20 in the 4th. That's pretty much all the close games. Southern Columbia 41, Danville 14. That game at Tiger Stadium. Well, this could be the ball game. 2:40 to go. You get this first down, you might have an opportunity to run out the clock with one timeout remaining. Raybuck on a 3rd down and 4. Could this be our Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game? Raybuck with a direct snap. Rolls to the near side. Makes a man miss. Outside to the 15. Puts his hand down but doesn't drop down. He's got the first down. What a run by Brody Raybuck to get it down to the 28-yard line, a half a yard more than he needed for the first.
Yeah, that's just him basically on his own. They did a nice job of keeping people off of him until he got outside, but then guys had shots at him and he got around him.
Youth football players, that's why you do bear crawl right there. Knee wasn't down, but the hands were down, and he was just grabbing everything he could get.
Well, another first down would probably seal the deal.
It would definitely close things off. It'll be 2:05 right now. Under 10 seconds of the play clock. Here's the handoff, right side. Running room over the right side.
I think that was
with
Smith.
2 hands on the ball. And a timeout by Central Mountain, I believe, and it was Tristan Smith, the freshman.
He picks up almost 6 yards. And,
Yep.
they had every gap covered, the defense for Central Mountain, and he got a crease there to get in. It seems I probably sound like a broken record, but when we go right at them, it seems we always pick up yardage. It's when we end up trying to go outside, trying to go a little bit to east and west, that they're able to pursue us.
Well, the Braves have not been in the end zone since the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. They are 2 for 6 in the red zone tonight and have a missed field goal as well. 2nd down and 4 coming up from the 34-yard line of Shikellamy. As you said, with the final timeout being used now by Central Mountain, one more timeout.
One more
first down, and this game will be OVER.
Well, two downs get them down below a minute probably, but we'll see. It'd be nice to get a first down.
This has been a very strange game, but Central Mountain came to play. They put this one and circled it on their schedule, and rightly so.
Their defense they bent, but they didn't break.
Absolutely. Raybuck in the pistol. Handoff up the middle. Keeley just enveloped. No gain.
Third down and about the same, about a solid 4.
Clock will wind all the way down. I might even consider letting it run all the way down and taking a timeout right before the play clock goes out.
Let's see. We haven't seen Bobby Felmy in the game since the second quarter.
Yeah, they've been running him in a lot of motion too.
But he hasn't been in down
now
there.
we're under 10. In motion, one man, and now Brody will take it. Brody's got the first down, and that'll be the ball game. Down to the 39-yard line, and that first down will pretty much do it. It'll be victory formation time for a couple of plays here. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you survive, and this might be one of those games where you survive. Chief.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. Didn't I say that we were talking here at halftime?
Yes.
I said, we just got to survive this game.
Just got to survive. And now the victory formation. Raybuck will let it go as far as he can. The official comes out with 10 seconds now. Raybuck will take a knee. And with 33 seconds to go, I don't think he's going to need to take another one.
Kevin, if you look at the statistics tomorrow in the paper, Shikellamy looked like they were all over the field, all right? It'll be very lopsided, but they just couldn't put the ball in the end zone once they got inside the 20.
Gavin Heverly out here at about the 45-yard line went to a knee, and you could see the emotion there of this Central Mountain team. They actually thought, and rightly so, I don't mean that in a negative way, they actually thought they were in this game from the very beginning and that they played enough to come up with a big win. The cannon goes off, and Shikellamy will survive with a 14-7 win. Boy, what a ball game, and what an effort from the Central Mountain Wildcats here tonight. Ryan McDonald is our technical director on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Matthew Mull, our camera operator, thanks so much for joining us on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game is coming up on our radio and audio broadcast. Make sure you tune in for that. And we'll be back with you next Friday night right here at Shikellamy Stadium. It'll be the Rally in the Valley. Selinsgrove, Shikellamy, airtime set for 6:30 on their audio broadcast, 6:55 on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. For our entire WKOK Sports YouTube crew and the Chief Dave Ritchie, I'm Kevin Herr. Thanks for joining us. Caleb Long, our producer on the audio end and handling WKOK.com scoreboard. Thanks for joining us for Braves football on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. Our final score, Shikellamy 14, Central Mountain 7. Post-game show coming up next on the audio broadcast. This is Shikellamy Braves football on News Radio 1070 WKOK on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel and streaming audio presented by Lackawanna College.